Hello, everyone. Welcome to the very first virtual online graduation party of Classroom Without Walls, our global classroom. Really, really excited. This is actually my first time doing such an online graduation party. Really excited. So join me live are some of my students. Unfortunately, someone couldn't make it today, and also some of our digital mentors who came to my program within the last 3 months to share their knowledge, their expertise with my own students, because I think the traditional education model is really broken in the sense of the big gap between academia and what is happening in the industry. So I really want to bring in some of my amazing friends to share with my students about their knowledge, their expertise. So some of them are here. So why don't we do a quick introduction before we dive into each person's presentation? Sounds good?
Yes.
Okay. So hold on. I have some music for us. Let me start playing. Can you hear the music?
Yes.
Yes, this is our virtual graduation. So we're excited for everyone. So Lisa, you said yes. Do you want to quickly, a few seconds, introducing yourself?
Yes, so I'm Lisa Avery and I'm a positive psychologist, and I've had the pleasure of working with you guys for a session on emotional intelligence, which was absolutely amazing, and I've loved every second of the experience, so thank you very much.
Thank you, Lisa. So yeah.
Lori Hammond, and I taught creativity, and I very excited to be here, be back, and see graduation with all of you guys, ladies. And background is 3D animation, 2D animation, product design, art, everything creative.
Thank you, my dear friend Lori. And Jamie, your turn.
Hi, I am Jaime Cohen, and I had the pleasure of teaching you all about communication, talking so that people will listen, and listening so that you know what to talk about, and building your audience and your personal brand through storytelling online. And really had a pleasure, really enjoyed spending the time with you, and hope it was helpful to you too.
Thank you so much, Jamie. Yeah. So before we let the students introduce each other, I want to give a quick shout out to some of my other digital mentors who really took some time to share their knowledge with us. A quick shout out. And we have Sean Kelly, who joined us. We also have Julia McCoy. Sorry. Julia McCoy joined us, and my dear friend Jeff J. Hunter. So thank you to each of you who took some time out of your busy schedule to chat with my students. Really, really honored. And yeah, so Rachel or June, who wants to quickly introduce yourself?
I'm Rachel. I am a student of EYES. I currently go to USC, and I love all things creative, and I would describe myself as a creative and collaborative person.
Yeah. Last but not least.
Hi, I'm June Bea, and I am a student of EYES also. I currently have my own company, Bea Group, and I'm excited to be a student, lifelong learner. So it's been amazing to be part of this group and to learn from all of the mentors. So I'm super excited for everything I've gained myself, and have been excited to share it with the students that I work with.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we're missing another student, Dennis. We're saying hi to him. So next, I'm going to bring the speakers and the students back to the backstage. So I will share my journey, my story first, and then I'm going to invite Rachel to share hers, and then I'm going to invite June to share hers, and then I'm going to bring the speakers back to the stage to have a debrief session and send them a few words of encouragement and advice, and then we're going to wrap it up. Sounds good?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, so I'm going to bring everyone back to the backstage. And thank you so much for joining us live. Everyone, we have like a dozen people here. So really excited to have you witness our online graduation party. And we're live on LinkedIn. We're also live on Facebook, on Periscope, on YouTube, and on Twitch, and on LinkedIn. So let me know in the comment section where you guys are joining us live from. So see you guys in a second. Awesome. So I'm going to start sharing my journey, and it's such a great honor to spend 3 months with my lovely students. And so let me share my screen. So building a global classroom. So in my quick talk, I want to share my journey and my personal transformation and my hope for the next generation. And this is literally how my story has begun. And a few years into my teaching career, I'm very depressed. I really struggled. I hope we don't have anyone underage watching this. And I really struggled within the traditional educational system to try to teach my students to be a good teacher and enjoy what I was teaching in the classroom. So I struggled for quite a few years, and eventually enough is enough. And I asked myself a very important question. Do I want to be part of the problem, or I want to be part of the solution? So I decided, to be part of the solution. So as a result of that decision, I made 2 very important choices. The first one was that I became a student again, and I became a practitioner, finally practicing what I was teaching in the classroom, which is social media, public relations, and communication classes. And ever since I made that decision, this is a picture of me doing a keynote at a global digital marketing conference in Jamaica, my first time visiting Jamaica. And this is a picture of me last year speaking at VidCon, the conference. And here's me doing another keynote at an event in Seoul, South Korea. So literally, I was able to travel to so many different countries. And here are some places that my work has been featured. So here are some of the key lessons I learned. The first one is that life and success is an inside-out journey. And the more we transform the inside, and the more we're able to transform the outside. And I think our external environment is only a reflection of what is inside us. And that's why I'm really passionate about this. And I added a component of mindset, where Lisa came in as a speaker to really talk about the internal, our heart, our mind, what is happening inside us. That's my very first lesson. And my second key lesson I learned is magic happens outside our comfort zone. I hope I'm sharing my screen. And let me know in the comment section. Am I sharing my screen? Hold on. I think I'm sharing my screen. Hold on. Let me try this again. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Hold on. Thank you for telling me. Let me restart sharing my screen again. Okay. Stop sharing. And I hope I'm sharing my screen now. Hold on. There's let me know. Am I sharing? See, can you guys see the screen? Let me know in the private chat. Seeing the screen? This is so strange. Just me, not the screen. So let me try again. Sorry, everyone. Let me try this last time. Oh, I think here, yeah. Oh, wow, I was talking with no screen. Sorry about that. Technology, you just never know. I think it's working now. So building classroom, So this is what I was talking about earlier. This is really how my journey has begun. Me and being a very depressed professor, really struggling in a traditional educational system. And I don't want to repeat myself too much. I really asked myself, enough is enough, right? Do I want to be part of the problem or part of the solution? So I decided to be part of the solution. And as a result of that decision, I made two important choices. One is I became a student again. The second one is that I became a practitioner. Finally, right, how ironic, finally started to practice what I was teaching in the classroom. So here are just some pictures of me speaking in different countries and at different events. It has been such a humbling journey. And some places my work has been featured. So key lessons, right? Number one is now everyone can see my graphic. And success and life and education is an inside-out journey. And everything starts with the inside. And I truly discovered the more I work on myself, the more I work on what is inside me, the more I'm able to transform the outside. And my external environment is only a mirror of what is inside me. So this is where I think our traditional education model is so broken, because we don't really talk about the inside, what is in each of us. And the second key lesson I learned is that magic happens outside our comfort zone. And when I decided to reinvent myself and even launch this Life Accelerator Program, I had so much fear. I asked all the questions, imposter syndrome, can I do this? Other people are doing better than me, and why me? But I truly discovered, you just have to believe in yourself. Outside our comfort zone is fear, learning, and eventually transformation. And last lesson I learned is that life is a lifelong journey, and we need to become a lifelong student. So my favorite quote is from Alvin Toffler, where he said that the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read or write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. And this is a very strong message I want to share with everyone, the students here, our digital mentors, and everyone watching this live right now. And I think life, if we want to be future ready, we need to be in this constant process of learning, unlearning, and relearning, and never stop learning. And so this is something I ask the students to work on, including myself, right? Like many students, they come to my program, they don't really know what they want to do in life. So this is my calling and my purpose. I really love this Ikigai. I hope that's how to pronounce them. And this is a very popular Japanese concept. And really, you want to figure out the sweet spot in life by talking about what you love, what you are so good at, and what is something that people will pay you to do, and what is something that our society needs. So the center sweet spot is our calling in life, a reason for being. So this is mine. What I love teaching, I love learning, I love inspiring others, I love traveling. And my biggest important value is freedom. I love being free. That's why I love being an entrepreneur, and I love changing lives. So something that I'm really good at, my superpower is to educate, inspire, nurture, and to love people and to identify the strengths within each person. And what the world needs a much better educational system that makes learning more fun, more relevant, and more transformative. And what can I be paid for? As long as there are children, people will be paying for education. So consolidating all of them, my sweet spot is really what I'm doing now. That's why I feel so thankful, building an alternative school in which learning is fun, is relevant, and transformative from the inside out. So literally for all the digital mentors who are here, Jamie, Lori, and Lisa, each of them covers one element within this iceberg. So the tip of the iceberg is what traditional education is. So my program covers what is underneath the iceberg. So Jamie came in, she talked about new media, personal branding, and Lisa talks about creativity under life skills. And Lori talked about creativity under life skills. Lisa came in, talked about mindset, emotional intelligence. And so my hope, every single person in my program, you guys are my hope. I feel so honored to serve you, to spend 3 months together, to touch your life a little bit. I hope so. And so you are my hope. And also my own children. And this is something, building classroom without walls is something that I wish I had when I was a student. I had a very dramatic and traumatic and brutal educational experience that I didn't enjoy at all. So that's why I created something like this too. So I hope my children will have a better learning experience than their mom. And so I truly believe the best education happens outside the classroom, as our mock. And so that's kind of my story and my journey. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. So I'm going to invite another person. And let me bring this back. I hope you enjoyed listening to my story. So I'm going to invite you, Rachel. Do you want to come back, or is Rachel here?
Yes. Hi.
Okay. So I'm going to bring you here. Do you want to share your Adobe Spark? So I'm going to bring myself to the backstage.
Oh, let me put it because it's on Chrome.
Oh, I have so many. Hi, Pam. Hi, Keith. Hello, everyone. Hello, Tony. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, I hope you stay until the end. So feel free to ask some questions, interact with our students. Yeah.
I have to put it through Chrome, so I'm just doing that real quick.
Yeah, no worries. So I'm going to fix that, Rachel. I'm going to bring you to the backstage. I'm going to bring, yeah. It's your turn, my friend. And let me share the screen for you. I'm going to bring myself.
Hi there. Okay. So why I started my company. So if you want to scroll, that'd be great. So this is me when I was 9 months pregnant. I was already working at a company, and I was so excited with my first child. I was a week from starting maternity leave, and then my supervisor, if you want to keep scrolling, so my supervisor called me and sent me an email telling me essentially that I was fired. So I was a week from starting maternity leave with my first child and was told that during maternity leave, I should look for another job. So if you keep scrolling. So West Ed is where I was working. It was my dream job. It's where I wanted to work right after graduate school. I had already been there for 5 years and I was devastated. I cried and cried, didn't really understand why this was happening. And I really felt like the company did not care about me in a way that I really felt like I deserved. And so, very long story short, I was able to keep my job and was able to, hold on, stop scrolling. So back up. So I realized that I wasn't able to continue the way I had. My job was my first priority at that point. I realized that I had to focus on my baby. I had to focus on my family. I had to reprioritize. Our daughter was born in October 2003, and thankfully, there were other people at the company who really rallied to help save my job. And so after maternity leave, I ended up staying at the company. And go ahead, now you can scroll. So I did stay for another 12 years. And in that time, really focused on what I cared about. I cared about hands-on learning, which at the time was called career technical education. I cared about project-based learning. And I led a team that did the statewide evaluation for California of these CTE programs across the state, and was responsible for writing the reports that went to the governor, to the legislature, to the director of finance. And I was really proud of this work. I have a public policy background. And during my time, even though, I was really periodically I would get a little bitter about what happened about being fired when I was pregnant, but I focused on what I could do, which was build an amazing team of people, and focused on doing good work that meant a lot to educators and to students. And in that time, I brought in over $10 million to the company. I received, go ahead and scroll, I received a contribution to the West Ed Community Award. So it's something that I'm really proud of. I remained a professional. I did good work at the company. Go ahead and scroll. And in 2015, I realized that I had learned everything I could learn at this company. I was already functioning like an entrepreneur within the company. We functioned in a way where I had to bring in contracts to support the staff that I had. And so I was already doing a lot of the work that I ended up realizing, hey, I could actually create my own company doing the same thing. And so in 2015, I helped the school district secure a $6 million California Career Pathways Trust grant. And Downey, the school district, chose to contract with my new company, Bea Group, instead of with West Ed. And so with that, I was able to start my company. And then I was able to create a company where I would want to work. And so I created a manifesto, which really talks a lot about, and I actually did this during my time in this course with I. So I created my manifesto, talked about, well, what is my branding? What do I really care about? And I realized lifelong learning is it's inspired by curiosity, is key to equity and vital for humanity. Excellence is in the details. I care so much about details. And I care a lot about data, collect good, reliable data, because what I do as a grant writer and as somebody who helps implement the grants is to make sure the funders understand the return on investment. So data are really important. And talking about stories, sharing important stories of what's happening with students with that money. And ultimately, it's to be kind. People remember how you made them feel. My favorite quote is one from Maya Angelou about people will not necessarily remember what you do or say, but they'll remember how you made them feel. And also positivity. It's really important. It goes along with what we were learning in this class, which is about mindset. Positivity really changes what's impossible to I'm possible. And I really enjoy having fun. I want to do good for the world and have fun. And then also to treat people well. So all of my full-time employees have full health and dental benefits. Recently, we added retirement. I put up the mission, which is we help innovative educators, community-based organizations get millions in grant funding to empower youth to connect to their life purpose. And just one more quick scroll. So in last year, we wrote 26 grants and we received 23 of them. So I'm really proud of the 30.8 million that we brought to the clients. That's an 88% success rate. And so doing this exercise of putting it together on Spark, doing the live stream definitely pushed me into out of my comfort zone, as I would say. And I'm really grateful for this experience. So that's a little bit about what I gained from being in this course with I and with Rachel and with Dennis. So thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much for sharing, Jane. I love to see your transformation. Now you're even so active on LinkedIn. I love how you added LinkedIn. So yeah, thank you. Last but not least, our dear Rachel. So do you have the link ready, my friend?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So you can go ahead and share your screen.
Perfect. Okay.
Just for you, June. This is amazing. You need to connect. Yes, totally. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I got it. Okay.
Thank you so much, Ross.
Can you see?
And hold on. Not yet. Not yet.
A lot of technical stuff is not my strongest suit. I'm more of a creative person. So let's see.
Yeah, no worries. Or can you get the link? You can send me the link.
Oh yeah, perfect. I'll just do that. That's a lot easier.
Yeah, in the private chat, you can send me the link and I will do that for you. Okay, give me 1 second, everyone. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen. Hold on. Share the screen. Okay, so here you are, Rachel.
Perfect. Hi, so I'm Rachel Roy, and this is kind of my story. So where I started, I would say my journey started when I graduated high school. So this is me graduating high school in 2018. And so what happened when I graduated high school is I was able to do an internship with screenwriting. And that's when I wrote my first feature film at 18 years old. And I really found my love of screenwriting. But I wrote it and it was like 120 pages, which is way too long for a feature film because I just wrote it with no classes, no anything. And so my mentor really helped me narrow it down and I really got my love of screenwriting. So if we scroll down a little. So then after I got my role of screenwriting, this is kind of the feeling that I had inside. I started to go to school and I went to LMU to start. So this is what I kind of felt inside. Even though I had my passion for screenwriting, I was taking classes at LMU that were all academic based. I was taking a lot of math and sciences, and I just kind of had this lost, like panicked feeling in myself, kind of like how I looked when I didn't get ice cream when I was a child, as evident by this photo, if you keep scrolling. And then, so this led me to go to USC. So I live by the quote, you can't win the lottery if you don't buy your lottery ticket. So I decided that if I'm feeling this lost feeling, I have to change something. So I walked into USC and I had a meeting with one of the narrative studies major people. And narrative studies is the storytelling for all different genres of creativity, like screenwriting, creative writing, any kind of outlet for creativity it teaches you. So I walked into their office and I printed out all of my writing. And I said that I'm not really an academic person, so I don't have the best GPA for USC, but I know I can write well. So I gave them all my writing and then I got accepted. So now I'm at USC right now. So then I still kind of felt that lost feeling as to who I am as a person, which is why I started taking this class and kind of where I fit in this world and where I would fit in the work world, even though I did find my passion in creative writing. And what really changed my mind is what I love is I found emotional intelligence. And I didn't even know that was really a thing. I always thought the only smart people were the academic, the math, the science smart. And I never really realized that you could be emotionally intelligent. And I've always been a super social person. Like I had no problem transferring into USC and making all my friends the first day. And I've always really loved the human behavior and watching how we connect with one another and how we all go through the human condition together. That's always been fascinating to me. And I didn't really realize that you could be emotionally intelligent in that way. So that's one of the biggest takeaways I've had with this program. If you keep scrolling. So I found that I'm really good at creativity. Any kind of creative subject I can really thrive in. And I think that started when I take Groundlings improv classes, which is a comedy school on Melrose, the Groundling School. And that's where I really learned to think on my feet and to collaborate with others on my feet. And I really realized that I can thrive in different creative platforms. And with our speakers who come, like Lori Hammond has taught me that you can be so creative in 3D design and 2D design, all these outlets for creativity that I didn't really know existed. And lastly, I sort of found that you could have a career in creativity, and I love collaborating with other people. So I has really taught me that I started my own podcast, which is I talk to creatives, Inspired by I, where I talk to creatives about what it means to be in the creative field and what kind of creativity they do, because I think there's so many outlets for creativity that we don't even see and we don't even know exist. So I really want to shed a light on that. And so that's where I'm at now, and I've sort of lost that lost feeling. So thank you so much.
I just loved hearing your transformation. What a journey. Thank you so much. I'm going to bring everyone back so we can do a quick debrief. Hold on. See, that's why I didn't invite every digital mentor to come back. It's a lot to manage on the backstage. Do I have everyone here?
Yes.
Yes, awesome. Yeah. So thank you for sitting through our presentations, and sorry for the technical part at the beginning. And so do you want to share a few words? So each of you kind of, Lori talks about creativity, and Jamie talks about storytelling, communication, Lisa talks about emotional intelligence. So do you want to say a few words regarding how important whatever you discuss is so important to the next generation to be future ready? And if you want to give each of our students some feedback regarding what you just heard, that would be great.
Who speaks first?
Yeah, doesn't matter. Yeah, feel free to. Yeah.
Well, I really liked what Rachel said about creativity, how there's for your inner exploring, and especially with the option of both traditional and digital. I have 2 brands that I started online, e-stores, as well as I create offline, traditional. And I also have like my own freelance client base. But I also went the corporate route in the entertainment industry. And I also write for the entertainment industry. So there's so many different areas that you can dive into. It's really unlimited. It's only your own limitations that you set on yourself. So I really like the expansion in Rachel's mind that she's gone through this how she said, and I think she will go many different places, really great places with it.
Thank you.
Exciting.
I agree. Yeah, and thank you for sharing that, Lori. So who wants to share a few more words?
I can.
Yeah, go ahead, Lisa.
Thank you. So I thank you so much, because it's been a massive pleasure working with you and your lovely students. And I guess what has really struck me in this process has been the fact that both yourself, and your students have an incredible amount of self-awareness, which, as we know from psychology, is key to all kinds of happiness, meaning, and success in life. So it's been a real pleasure to facilitate just a little part of that journey. And I guess for me, in positive psychology, there are 3 questions that we always need to ask ourselves. And we need to ask, who are we at our best? So what are our strengths, talents, passions? What do we bring to the world that is special and is our unique gift? Where are we going? So what does our ultimate vision look like? And how can we break that down into tangible goals? And I think it's really important to be inspired by positive psychology and by the 5 elements we know that bring happiness and meaning. And those are the positive emotions, being engaged with that which you're doing, positive relationships, a sense of meaning, and a sense of accomplishment. So when we know who we are, we know where we're going, we finally just need the mindset piece, which is how am I going to get there? And I love that your program really encapsulates these elements. And I really love that your students respond so well to this and seem to have a very clear answer to these 3 questions because of this program. So I think that's massively powerful. So thank you very much to your students and yourself for that opportunity to collaborate.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, Lisa. Definitely, emotional intelligence, positive psychology is something so important. I feel like this is something everyone should learn, including creativity and storytelling, but we don't. So really honored to have each of you to join, be a part of this, and share with us your expertise. And last but not least, my dear friend Jamie.
I really love hearing both about you, June, and you, Rachel. I think it's so powerful that you were able to find a place where you belong and really thrive there. And I think that you do an amazing job of taking your life journey and turning that into a productive way for people to figure out who they are and what they're about, just like Lisa was saying. And I know that, I have ADHD. I learn very differently. And I come from a family of high achievers, doctors, academics, and I didn't do so well academically, but the things that I was passionate about, like, for instance, if I had to take a multiple choice test, that wasn't a great fit for me. But if I had to speak in front of the class, or if I had to write an essay or something like that, I could give you all the answers plus more, but I was stuck in this just rigid environment and just heard, know this, know that, you'll never do this, you'll never be able to do that, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough. Or it was just this balancing act that was never fun. And it wasn't until I was in a really traumatic work situation that I was able to truly find out what it is that I love to do and how I can share that with other people. And I think one of the reasons why your class is so powerful is that it allows people to not have to go through that trauma. Because I had to build myself up and be broken all the way down to the lowest possible level before I realized that what I'm doing now is something I've been doing my entire life. And that is helping people succeed and helping people get what they want by being able to use the right words, which is the name of my company, but more importantly, to build these strong relationships that allow you to get to where you want to be. And so I'm really proud of your students and of UI, and I feel really grateful to have gotten just a chance to, share a little bit of what I've learned with your students.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, too kind, too kind. So maybe each of you can also share, your social media handle, so our students can stay in touch with you, and everyone in the live audience, feel free to connect with the students and our digital mentors. Each of them is very unique in their own way. So you all know me, but just in case you don't know me, and you can find me at AIADDYSONZHANG. I'm on all the social media platforms. And I see that we have quite a few people in the live audience. If you have some advice you want to share with our students, feel free to share in the comment section, and I will bring your comment to the screen. And so Rachel, you are just next to me. You want to share with us where can people learn more about you and discover you, or be a guest on your podcast? How about that?
Yeah. If you're a creative person and you love anything creativity, I have a podcast now where I talk to creatives in the field. So message me. I'm on LinkedIn.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And so next to you is Jaime on my screen. So Jaime.
You can find me all across social media at Jaime Belaya, and on LinkedIn at Jaime-Cohen. I love connecting with everyone. If you want to get in touch, the easiest way is probably through the comments of my posts on LinkedIn or on Instagram, because my LinkedIn inbox gets flooded and I don't want to miss a message from you. So, yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And June, you want to share next?
Yes, hi, June Baya. So please connect with me on LinkedIn. Baya is BAYHA. It's also the name of the company, which is Baya Group. So I have a website and also a Vimeo account with videos. But LinkedIn is great. Thank you.
Thank you. And everyone just so patiently waiting for me to call their names. Oh my God. Lisa, you are just next to June. So
thank you. Hello. So please find me at Lisa Avery on LinkedIn, or else I have a website, which is the Positive Psychologist, all one word, .com. Please feel free to reach out on either of those.
Awesome. Last but not least, Lori.
You can find me on LinkedIn as well under Lori Hammond. I have also a couple of brand pages. You can find me at Maya Girl Artist Shop, or you can also find my website or Instagram LO Hammond. So Lori Lo Hammond 00. I'm all over social media.
Oh, that's why you are here in this program. I love how each of you has such a strong online presence, making a difference, in the digital space. I love it. So finally, maybe each of us can share some words of encouragement, inspiration to send them off, and so they can remember your tip of advice. So here's something from our dear friend Stella. Don't listen to all the other people who say that you cannot do, and believe in yourself. And to follow up on this, and I share with my students, I already share with them, I also share with my own children. Everything happens 3 times in life. The first time happens in our mind. We have to give birth to an idea. Second time happens in our heart. You have to believe in your idea. So many people they will question you, they will doubt you, they will try to stop you, but you have to believe in yourself. And last happens in real life. Take action. So that's kind of my, piece of advice. Yeah. So close this. And Lori, you want to share some piece of advice with our students, sending them off?
Listen to the doctor. She's very smart. Your advice and your energy is explosive. And I think that's what you need. Really push you ahead in life. It has to come from inside, that inspiration, but surround yourself with that positivity. Surround yourself with other people that have that same desire, that same inner inspiration, and you can't help but be to like expand and explore the world, because you will be reaching out, and I don't know how else to put it. Your energy is contagious, and that positive energy is contagious, and
Thank you.
that
So
will
nice.
push you ahead in life no matter what.
Totally. Everyone here, we should all stay in touch for sure. Yeah, Lisa, a few words.
Yeah, so I really love the words of Abraham Maslow, and he was a humanistic psychologist, which was really the precursor to positive psychology. And he once famously said, what a man can be, he must be. This is the need of self-actualization. And I love that quote, and I think it's relevant for everyone here and everyone listening, because it's this idea that once you get a glimpse of your potential, your true potential, it's impossible to turn your back on that. You will have always seen it. You'll always know that it exists. And if we don't bring that full potential to life, emotionally, psychologically, and physically, we won't be at our best. So in order to thrive, you've got to tap into that potential, take it out into the world and shine. And so those would be my words of choice.
Oh, so powerful. Yeah. Jamie?
So a lot of people say, love the process, trust the process. But personally, I've always been someone who has really disliked the process. And I have often lived by Muhammad Ali's quote saying that he hated every minute of training, but he said to himself, don't quit, suffer now, and live the rest of your life a champion. So I've always honored the process, but not really liked it. And I think that when someone is in your presence, and someone especially in your class, they have the opportunity to love the process, because I think the process is painful when you do it by yourself, but when you have guides and mentors and the ability to make mistakes in a community environment where people are going to support you and raise up your spirits and your abilities, then you can love the process and get to where you're going a lot more quickly.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think we have such a positive energy group here, everyone. Thank you. And thank you so much, everyone in the live audience. Oh, Dennis's mom. We are missing Dennis, Angela, and definitely look forward to catching up with Dennis again. So finally, the students, do you want to say a few words before we say goodbye to each other?
Well, I just want to say, oh, okay.
No, you go. Yeah.
Okay. So I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you to all of our mentors. Thank you to Rachel, to Dennis for being, co-conspirators in this experience. And so it's been an amazing journey for me personally. It's been decades since I've been a student. And so this has been a great just opening up for me of what is possible. And so I'm looking forward to doing live streaming. I'm looking forward to doing more, getting myself more out there. I've been behind the scenes for so many years. And this is the first time that I'm putting myself more out there, getting my story out there. So I just wanted to say thank you. Thanks to everybody for the support. So.
Thank you so much, June. Yeah. Yeah, Rachel, you want to close off everything?
Oh yeah, I just love learning so much. I love learning from you, especially Dr. I. You taught me so much about things I didn't really realize. And then our speakers have been amazing. And even learning from June and Dennis has been so cool. I love anything learning. So I'm always here for a new conversation. I'm super curious about everyone. So it's been great working with everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me get back to this. So thank you so much, everyone, and thank you so much. Hold on, this is too loud. Yeah. Oh, hold on 1 second. And thank you so much, everyone, joining us live. And thank you so much. Really big thank you to all the digital mentors. I know everyone is so busy. And thank you so much to our students. And please stay in touch with me and with each other. And bye. I hope to see you in real life sometime soon. COVID is over. Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.